Wayne Thiebaud is an American artist from Arizona. He began his career as a graphic designer and cartoonist. He then began painting everyday objects, which included many pastries. You'll see in these examples, he makes them appear more 3D and like there's actually frosting on it by putting thick layers of paint, having highlights and shadows to really play with the way the light interacts with the piece. For our project, we're going to be drawing a slice of pumpkin pie. I use black paper and pastels. You can use white paper, color pencils, crayons, markers, whatever you have available, watercolor. We're mostly focused on adding shading and making it appear 3D. For your pumpkin pie project, you can use black paper or white paper. I'm going to use black because if we use chalk pastels, it shows up really nicely with this. So first, to start with the pumpkin pie slice, we're going to make a big rectangle. After we have that rectangle top left corner, we're going to make a diagonal line. Then the bottom right corner, we're going to make a diagonal line to connect it. So now we kind of have a pizza slice or a cheese slice, it looks like. We need to add crust. So I just come up, do a little wavy line at the top, and then I copy this angle for a little thickness. To put it on a plate, we just have an oval coming around, and then the table, jump over the pumpkin pie and start on the other side. Now it's time to add color. If you have white paper, you don't have chalk pastels, you can use colored pencils, crayons, markers, paint, whatever fits best with you. Just make sure you watch the next step so that way you can see how to add shading. To use the chalk pastels for the pumpkin pie, I'm going to start with orange. And I actually forgot to draw something on this. If you want a dollop of ice or a dollop of whipped cream on top, we're going to start with your pencil again. Do a big curved line, like a sideways letter C. I'm going to do another one. And then what looks like a shark fin. I just have this come down and connect. I'm just going to erase where I would see the white pencil behind it. If you want to do the dollop of whipped cream, you don't have to. But going back to my orange of the pie, don't need to put a lot on. Use my finger, blend it. Whatever you're using, whatever material, just paint all that in orange. Then, to make it look a little more real, I'm going to get a lighter color, add it to the top, blend that in, and on the side, I want it to be a little darker, particularly over here, because my light is going to shine in from the right side. So I just used a little bit of brown, blend that, and then I have my crust. Oops. So I use some brown and kind of that light color again. For my whipped cream, I don't seem to have a white in here. I'm going to just use the lightest shade that I have. Okay. So for the icing, I don't have white in my palette, I'm going to use the closest thing that I have and blend it. If you have white, I would suggest using that. And to make it look like it's more of a form, I'm going to get this light brown, put it right under, put the curves, and that little curl that I did at the top. I'm going to get some dark brown and put on the left side to show a shadow. Use my finger, a little blend. And then I want this side to be a little lighter. So just playing with your colors, whatever looks best. All right. Make this a little darker over here. Then with my plate can be any color I want. I'm gonna make mine blue. Then to make it look more 3D, I'm going to use light blue on the right side, because that's the side that the light's hitting. I'm going to get some black. So with my black, I'm going to put it right under my pie and then to the left side. So whenever I go to blend it, I go from light to dark. And if that's too much black, I can just go back over it with my original blue. Okay, for my table, it's up to you, again, what color you want for your table. I'm going to make my table green. So I add green. Blend it. Trying to stay close to my plate without ruining my plate. And then I want to add a shadow underneath my plate. So it doesn't look like it's completely connected to the table. And a little shadow to the side. I'm going to go back over it with green because I think that's a little too much black on my paper. I'm even going to add a little bit of black on my pie. Get more of a shadow in there. Making sure not to get my green finger. I don't want green on anything. All right. And there is your slice of pumpkin pie. So I hope you have fun doing it. I can't wait to see your finished projects.